Hey guys, I'm back with another fabulous tutorial for you. I'm going to start priming off my skin like always using the Urban Decay's Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. Like I said, I love this. It smooths out your pores right before your eyes. Next, I'm going to hydrate my skin just a little bit more using the Urban Decay's Rebound Collagen Infused Complexion Prep Priming Spray. Smells really good and feels really good. Then I'm going to start out a little different. I'm going to prep my eyebrows because we're going to do our eyebrows first as well as your eyes first as well because we're using glitter and it's going to be a lot of fallout and I don't want that glitter to get mixed in with my foundation. Now you can see I am doing my eyebrows using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Chocolate to create my eyebrow for you. I am using small hair-like strokes with my small angle brush. And I did put most of the product in the middle and working my way towards the tail of it, creating that arch and that tail as well. Next, I do the front of my brow last, going upward, using upward motions to make hair-like strokes. Next, I will be carving out my brow using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I'm sorry, guys, I had a brain fart. The Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I will link that shade down below, what shade I am using, because I don't have it in front of me at this moment. But as you can see, I'm using a slightly bigger angle brush. These brushes don't have names. I mean, you can honestly get these brushes from anywhere. Like I said, the mini one, I went on Ulta and I couldn't find it because I got that years ago. But the one I'm using is by Eco Tools. Yeah, Eco Tools. And you can get that right out of Walgreens. You can buy like a pack of them and I love them. Next, you will see me start 2/3 at the top of my brow. Like I said, I never conceal the very front because I want those hair-like strokes to look as natural as possible. And I'm going to carve out the top of my brow to clean up anything that I don't want there. Like I said, concealer is a makeup artist's best friend when it comes to erasing. And yeah. Next, because I'm just a super extra perfectionist, I saw that I concealed something that I did not want to be concealed. So I'm just going back, sharpening up that line and sharpening up that tail, making small flicks as you can see. Now I'm showing you where one brow is nice and cleaned up, where the other brow isn't. That's the beauty and magic of concealer. Next, I will be going in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. Love, 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 love this primer potion. Better than using concealer to prime your eyelids because this is going to dry down without you having to wait or set it with a powder. It's very pigmented, so it's going to mute my eye shade color where I can go in with shadows right away and have them stand out to their true color. It's crease proof and waterproof and smudge proof, I might say as well. Next, we are going to be going in with the Subculture palette by Anastasia. I love, love, love this palette. The colors are gorgeous in this palette. My transition shade that I am going to start out with is Dawn. The reason I'm using this transition shade is because it is very close to my skin. And I just wanted to lay a color down that is going to help blend everything else very seamlessly and effortlessly instead of sticking or gripping or looking very chalky. The blending brush that I am using is my ultimate favorite by Morphe, the M504 brush. I'm going to list all my brushes below for you guys in my description. Like I said, I love Morphe brushes. They are super cheap. They're super reliable, meaning they don't break. I've had these for years, and I just love them. The next shade I am going in with is called New Wave, and I'm using a smaller blending brush by Sigma called the tapered blending brush, the E40. It is a little bit more compact, so it's going to help pack on that color a little bit more pigmented for me, and I am focusing this in my crease using circular motions. The reason you use circular motions, guys, is to help it buff outward to blend in with the first color you laid down, so everything can be super smooth, super blended, no harsh lines, and just look super, super, super pretty. I am slowly building this color, as you guys can see, until I get it to the shade and pigment that I want it to be. Next, I will be going in with Rowdy, and I will be using a smaller itty bitty tiny blending brush by Morphe. It's called the M562 brush, and as you can see, I'm focusing that darker shade right in the corner, the outer corner of my eye. And I am first starting out with circular motion so it can blend very nicely outward, but then as you can see, when I get closer to the top of my lid, I'm using swiping motions left to right because I want to concentrate that color only in the crease at the top of my eye. I don't want that color to blend outward. The thing about using dark colors is that it can be really tricky. Less is always better to start out with and slowly build, because once you put too much, you cannot take it away and it's going to look like a big glob. Next, I'm taking my Morphe M50 blending brush, and I'm just blending out any harsh lines. And then I'm going back in with the Morphe M562 brush using Rowdy and packing on that color a little bit deeper, because when you blend, you do take away some pigment. Next, I will be cutting my crease using the same concealer, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I will list that shade below, like I said, because I don't have it in front of me. And I am going to cut my crease using my small angle brush that I use to carve out my brows. This brush does not have a name nor a number, but I know it's by Eco Tools, and I know for a fact you can find it in your local Walgreens in a pack with different size brushes. I love this brush, or if you have any small angle brush, you can use to cut your crease. And it doesn't have to be an angle brush. As long as it's a concealer brush and it's very teeny that you have control over it, will be perfect. But as you can see, I am starting in the inner corner of my eye and slowly, literally slowly building that cut crease. Because girl, if you mess up, it's over with. You might as well wipe your eye dry and start all over again. So slowly do this, and please be patient. You will get the hang of it. The reason I keep looking up in the camera is to see where my crease naturally falls, making sure I don't go too far above that or too far below that, excuse me. Now you see me sitting here waving it dry because I don't want it to crease on me. And I really don't want to set it with a powder because I don't want it to get nasty and cakey. So while that's drying, I am going to go back into my Subculture palette, and I'm going to use the shade Electric. And I'm going to use a little bitty teeny brush by Morphe again to pack on my brow bone highlight called the M504 brush. I like this for brow highlighting, and I like this brush to also pop a little highlight in your inner corner because it's so teeny and it's so cute, and it just gets the job done. Now, since that has dried, I'm now going in with my NYX glitter primer. I love this stuff. It helps glitter stick right away. It's not too tacky. It's not going to get cakey. And the glitter that I'm using is actually from Michaels, guys. I can't find a color like this. If you guys know where I can find a colored glitter like this that's super green and vibrant, comment below and let me know, because shit, I want to find some glitters that are vibrant like this that I don't have to get from Michaels. But yeah, I'm just using a concealer brush to pack on that glue, and it's also by Sigma, and it's called the Sigma F70 concealer brush. And then the brush that I'm using to actually pack on the color, I'm sorry, not the color, but the glitter, is by Urban Decay, and it's called the E213 brush, because it's super teeny as well, and it's a stiff brush, so it's going to help pick up that glitter and pack it on really nicely. And make sure, guys, when you're packing on this glitter that you're staying within your line that you cut, because when you go above it, it kind of defeats the purpose of cutting that crease and keeping everything super crisp and clean. Next, I'm going in with my liquid eyeliner by Urban Decay called Perversion. And I'm going to draw just, not a wing, but you know, just a nice little crisp line across to clean up everything, to hide my lash band, to make everything just look super, super crisp and clean. And all that fallout underneath your eye, girl, you can take a makeup wipe and just clean it up with. It'll come right off. This is one of those girl don't breathe moments. Because, girl, I'm telling you, if you mess up this black eyeliner, all your hard work is done. I've done it before, trust me. I've made a lot of mistakes to know what not to do now. And working with liquid eyeliner with the brush, it takes a lot of practice. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of practice. So my camera died. So sorry, guys, but I have finished the other eye and I did pop on my lashes. They are by Kiss from your local Walgreens. I will list that number below of the style. And I am going with the Naked Skin by Urban Decay in the shade 6.5. And I am using my beauty blender to blend that out seamlessly on my face. Next, to conceal under my eyes and on my forehead, my nose, and my chin, I am using the Urban Decay All Nighter concealer in the shade Medium Light Warm. Like I told y'all in my last video, I love this concealer, but you gotta work fast because it will dry. Because why? Because it's waterproof and crease proof, which is perfect. Like I said, it's perfect for oily skin people. It's perfect for combination skin people. But if you're dry, you're gonna hate this concealer. Shape Tape is pretty good. You'll like that. And also the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. You'll really like that. As you can see, I concentrated that concealer underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my chin, my upper lip, and my forehead to highlight the inner part of my face. And then I'm going to go balance that out and contour it later. Next, I am going underneath my eye and finishing up my eye using the shade New Wave, using the Morphe M562 brush. And then I'm taking Rowdy and concentrating it on the outer corner of my eye and buffing that in the inner corner using the same brush. Next, I'm going to pop some mascara on those baby lashes down there, making the most ugliest face you can possibly look at doing it. But next, I'm going to contour my face using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter in medium dark. And I'm going to use that lighter shade right there using a Sigma angle brush called the F40. It's a large angle contour brush. You can see it's very pigmented, so please, please, please tap off any extra product and go in, because I had to really buff that out. And as you can see, I'm concentrated on my upper cheekbones, around my hairline, and buffing that in. Next, I'm going to be using that same light shade in that Shapeshifter palette, and I am using the Morphe M324 to carve out my nose. And then you're going to see me use my beauty blender to go in and blend that nose contour so it looks very natural and seamless. Then I'm taking that darker shade in that Shapeshifter palette using the same contouring brush by Sigma and focusing that shade only in the hollows of my cheekbones to give it a little bit more snatched appearance. You don't have to do this. I already told you I'm super extra and I just like a snatched cheekbone. And then to balance everything out, I'm just dusting that along my hairline as well. Then I'm going to use my beauty blender and go in and carve out my cheekbones to give it a little bit more precise snatch look as well. Then I will be going in with my Urban Decay Kristen Leanne highlighting palette, my ultimate holy grail so far. I love, and I'm going in with that middle shade, and yes, girl, giving that face some life using the Morphe M501 brush, concentrating that highlight on the top parts of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. And then I'm going in with another holy grail of mine and using the Urban Decay's All Nighter Pollution Protection Setting Spray to make sure that makeup does not go anywhere today. Then for my lips, I am using a Tarte product called the Tarteist Lip Paint in the shade Rosé. Love this shade. It's like the perfect pinkish, mauve-ish, if that's the word, nudish color. And yeah, guys, that's the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on this glitter cut crease look. If you have any comments or anything to say, please list them below. I would love to hear from you. Any looks you want to see next. And yeah, please follow me on all my social media sites. And I love you guys and see you in my next video.